shortstop. Reese McGuire will be behind the plate after being on the mound. He will catch Shota Imanaga and bat 8th. And Matt Shaw will hold it down as the second leadoff man, as it were. He will be the third baseman, and he looked spectacular at third base again defensively yesterday. One of the few bright spots.
Everybody will be happy to hear that Owen Casey is in the lineup because there is a continuous stream of text messages throughout the day whenever we talk about the Cubs. Where's Owen Casey? How come he's not? I understood yesterday. I mean, I'm okay with Casey taking a seat against lefties for now. You know what I mean? Like, this is no time to develop a young player hitting against lefties when you're trying to win a wild card, if not, and the chances are low of winning the division. The Kyle Tucker playing DH is interesting. Do you think that they just sat him down and said, hey, here's the deal? They show him the video, and they're like, hey, you can't be hit. You can't be throwing the ball at Guy. You can't be throwing at Matt Chapman's head. That is not the fastest path.
It's a different version of headhunting.
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah,
I'm just glad. Seriously, my first thought was, I'm so glad that he hit him in the helmet, not like in the back of the neck.
Yeah,
because that would the velocity on that to home, that would have been much, much worse, obviously.
Right.
I think the thing I'm interested with this team, because I said Logan Webb is no pushover. So if you're going to find a way to avoid your first 3-game sweep of the season, this is an apt test. Webb, 180 strikeouts. That's 6th in Major League Baseball. He is good. Very, very good. So I'm interested to see how this Cubs offense responds going up against Logan Webb.
Logan Webb, it's too similar, like just on the basic numbers. The Logan Webb, 12-9, 3.13 ERA. Shota Imanaga, 8-6 with a 3.03. So I'm sure that's the way this game will be billed as a great pitching matchup today. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. The Cubs are due, like relative to this series, the Cubs are due for somebody to have a good to great pitching outing. They need it. Matthew Boyd simply was not good on Tuesday. Colin Ray simply was not good last night in a 12-3 loss. So this is, hey man,
stopper.
This is what Shota Imanaga should be all about, right? He is one of their, if you were in the playoffs, Shota Imanaga is one of your starting pitchers. He has got to be a stopper today. So this is like a big game for Shota Imanaga tonight.
One more illustration on the Logan Webb and how good he is, so people can understand what they're watching this afternoon or listening to right here on The Score. His last time out, 6 innings, 1 run on 5 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and a 7-1 win at Milwaukee.
That was Webb?
Yeah, that was Webb.
Webb, okay.
That was Webb. Just so people understand what the Cubs hitters are going up against.
Oh, yeah, no, Logan Webb's a great pitcher. So, Texter pointing out that Carson Kelly is not playing. Alleluia, says the... You were pretty hard on him earlier, too, man.
I'm not hard on him like I don't want him in the lineup. I'm saying he should be further down the lineup.
Okay, fair enough. Do you think the Cubs are going to get swept today? That is the question.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
By the way, do you like updates on scores and such?
I do. Yeah, I hope this is a good update.
Remember when I told you in the break?
Yeah. You told me it was 3-2. Milwaukee was trailing.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
Crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Well, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, and the Midnight Navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, die hard, and became a free agent after 7 years with the Rockies, and I wanted to be a Yankee so bad. Putting this jersey on for a headshot for the first time, it felt different than any other shirt I'd ever put on in my career.
You can start therapy or change therapists with a click of a button. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Find out what works for you. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/HAW. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/HAUGH.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS, Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS, Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS, Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99. And we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale. Now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Time is ticking away. Don't let another minute pass. Plan your retirement now with Trajan Wealth for the future you deserve. Call Trajan today at TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
And now, Odyssey, WSCR, 670 The Score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network exclusively present the Cubs Radio pregame show, driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. Brought to you in part by CatchDesMoines.com, Citgo, Chef IQ Sense, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, Fitzgerald Equipment, Patriot Pavement Maintenance, TimberTech Decking and Railing, Bet365, The Village of Bedford Park, and McGrath Acura of Westmont. And now your host, Zach Zaidman.
Cubs turn to Shota to avoid a San Francisco sweep. Hi, everyone. A pleasant good afternoon to you from Oracle Park. I'm Zach Zaidman. It's the finale of a three-game set between the Cubs and Giants. Coming up, we'll hear from both Pete Crow Armstrong and Craig Counsell. But first, our conversation with Coombs, sponsored by Yingling Traditional Lager, the oldest brewery in America, and by Hatfield. Better care, better pork. Joined now by Ron Coomer. And Coombs, simply put, it's been a rough series so far here in San Francisco.
Yeah, it has, and and this is a good team. We knew that early in the year. First, probably 40% of the season, this was a very good team with a very good record, and they've had their pitching issues since that point for this second half. But when they pitch it well, they can do some damage, and then we saw the effect Devers can have on a game yesterday with a huge ball game for San Francisco yesterday.
So now let's flip ahead to today's ball game. Time now for the keys to the game, sponsored by Heat and Frost Insulators and the Illinois Regional Insulation Contractors. Visit local17insulators.com and by Toyota. Visit your Chicagoland Toyota dealer or toyota.com today. Speaking of pitching, good pitching matchup on tap for today. Coom, left-hander Shota Imanaga starts for the Cubs. Right-hander Logan Webb goes for the Giants.
Yeah, if you're on both benches and you're in the starting lineup playing against these guys, grab your bat and be ready to hit, because they're going to throw strikes. They're going to come after you. They're going to give up a few hits here and there, but I mean, they're going to go at you, and that's fun. And it's going to be fun to watch these two guys pitch. They do things different, but they're both very successful. Shota, we know, fastballs up in the zone, especially into right-handers with the split, occasional slider. For Webb, sinkers. He's kind of the old traditional one way or the other. The ball's going to go into the righty, or he's going to throw the breaking ball away from the righty. So you got to be prepared for him. The one thing about Webb, he is going to throw strikes. Don't expect deep counts. Don't expect to take a bunch of pitches. You're going to end up 0-2, 1-2 immediately. That's it for the Bet365 Bet of the Game. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app today. Now, here, this will tell you. How about this? The money line this first time, the Cubs have been plus 100. They're plus 1.5 with the spread today, but the bet is minus 230. Over-under pitching matchup, very good, is 7Z. The over is minus 125 for the bet.
Coom, thank you. Cubs start play as the National League's top wildcard team. They're 6.5 games behind first-place Milwaukee in the National League Central. It's sunny and 68 degrees here in San Francisco. Coming up, Tommy's Take, next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs and of accessing the future of innovation. Curious what that means? Well, since March 1999, Invesco QQQ has given investors a way to tap into the NASDAQ 100 in a single ETF.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
It is a 1933 Gaudi Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's graded higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a packet or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
On the run, sliding gravity, can't get it. It rolls up the line.
Well, a bloop single and now a bloop double. You see him just slip right off the bat.
Clean up on base number 1.
Lourdes throws the pineapple up the line. What is going on down here? Back in the produce section. That's good.
How about that? Myers went all the way to the 380 mark. He had that in his glove. Wow.
For him and the other pitching coaches.
If we were in this job because we wanted credit, I mean, you'd be doing it for the wrong reasons. I think it's when you look up at the end of the day and you have a Matt Boyd who's in the All-Star game, you have a Daniel Palencia who's pitched himself in a really good role, you've had a Brad Keller who you target in the offseason as a free agent, and you help, modify some things, and he goes out and has a great run. Like, those are the wins for us that make our day.
With uncharacteristic poor starts Tuesday and Wednesday from Matthew Boyd and Colin Ray, Hadavy and staff just roll up their sleeves and go back to work today.
And I say this all the time, I really believe it. We will have great days of work from like 1 o'clock to 6:45. And then the game will be terrible, and you'll have a game like the other night, and you're like, what a terrible day. But then you get inside and you reflect on all the work you put into the day. It's like, no, that was an absolute win of a day. Right. We're gonna reap the rewards of that. The game sucked. We'll be able to adjust there, but there's so many wins that we have every single day, and I think that's what our group really takes pride in.
Zach Hadavy is a terrific communicator and motivator, but it's up to the pitchers each day to determine the end result.
Well said, Bruce. Thank you so much. The Cubs take on the Braves in a 3-game series starting Monday, September 1st. Be here for it. Get your tickets at Cubs.com/tickets. Coming up, the latest on one of the new right-handers. That's next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi and Harris, middays 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
All right, fans, time to stretch those legs and maybe your budget. It's the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, where buying a car is as easy as singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. No stress, no fastballs high and inside. Just friendly folks, fair prices, and a lineup full of all-star Subarus. Take the short drive north and see why there's a lot to love about Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. It's a grand slam experience every time. Visit ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has greeted fans with sustainable restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years. And now Sloan is excited to introduce new innovation to Cubs fans throughout the concourse with its brand new bottle fillers to provide clean drinking water while reducing plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. Learn more at Sloan.com and go Cubs go!
Let's play ball with Tito's. During today's game, if the Northsiders pitchers strike out 9 players, Tito's Handmade Vodka will donate $100 to Anti-Cruelty Chicago.
All Cubs triples and saves are sponsored by Great Lakes Credit Union, Chicago's credit union. Join GLCU's mission of banking for a greater good at glcu.org. Cubs in San Francisco. This is the Cubs Radio pregame show, driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. Time now to check on who's hot and cold, sponsored by Plumbers 911. Plumbing emergency, call the professionals. Available 24/7 at 1-833-PLUM-911. Michael Busch is hitting .304 over his last 7 games, but has yet to get a hit in this series. The cold Seiya Suzuki batting .192 over his last 30 games with just 1 home run, so Suzuki getting the day off today. The injury report is sponsored by Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Visit IBJI.com for locations and services. Right-hander Michael Soroka threw off a mound in a bullpen session the other day here in San Francisco. Cubs are targeting a mid-September return from a shoulder strain. Coming up, PCA next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said for...
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of, our mother. So that's when Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
Jets out from right field, so I'd say probably Fenway. Detroit is also kind of tough just because I feel like that thing is massive.
Colorado's like that too, right? Like an expansive out.
Yeah, but the ball hangs up in Colorado. Like ball's got a different sort of flight. I think it's really easy to kind of play a little deeper there and trust your ability going in.
You mentioned being overzealous out in the outfield. How long did it take you to know when you should or shouldn't?
I mean, I think part of your job as a good outfielder is being able to make the decision on that kind of play where, like, you just got to weigh your options. Like, I think it's situational. But, I mean, even yesterday you saw me, like, try and make a foolish attempt at climbing a wall. So, like, I still do it, but I also kind of knew that one was gone, nobody else on base. I kind of approached that one as, like, if there is the slimmest chance that I have a play on that, then I'm going to try and do it. But I think a lot of really good outfielders make that decision early. Not saying that there is less value in making the spectacular catch up against the wall. I think it's just, like I said, kind of weighing your options and outcomes.
During the daytime, what's the toughest center field?
I mean, obviously, like, Wrigley's tough. I mean, that sun just kind of follows you everywhere you go. Cincy, though. Cincy's real tough, especially in that, like, earlier evening game. Sun just sits at, like, a pretty difficult eye level. Really bad for left fielders. I'm trying to think about these days. I mean, Minnesota's kind of bad when the sun's going down. Citi Field's really bright. But I don't know, like, during the day, I guess Wrigley just because of, like, everything that it comes with.
With the wind.
Wind and sun, yeah. As the year goes on, the sun stays really high and pretty straight over my head for a lot of the game. So I'd say Wrigley, I guess, but that is no excuse.
What place has humbled you?
Wrigley, just because I got to do it every day. Wrigley just, it offers a lot of challenges. And I think that's a good thing.
Who gave you the best advice to play at Wrigley?
I didn't really get any, like, Wrigley-specific advice from anybody.
So it's just one of those things where you just got to feel it out on your own, good and bad.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody knows you got the brick wall. Like, that's the thing is, like, it's no secret that Wrigley is a bit different of an outfield. So, if anything, I guess I've just tried making it, embracing its challenges and making it my own home. That's where I spend most of my time during the year. So yeah, I mean, there's just the obvious challenges, and I think that we've done just a pretty fantastic job of attacking those challenges.
Is there any place that you take more chances because of the wall or the way a padding, whatever it is?
Yeah, I mean, anytime there's a pad on the wall, I'm more than happy to go get it. But no, like, I mean, again, that's all circumstantial. Like, if the balls are being hit, then I obviously have more opportunity, like you saw in LA last year. But No, I don't think that there's necessarily a place I take more chances. I think, yeah.
Do you process situations before the ball is hit, or once it's hit, that goes out the window if you feel like you have a shot?
Well, again, that's situational. Anybody's job as a defender is to understand the situation. So yeah, you know what you're supposed to do ahead of time, and I'm obviously running through different scenarios of what could happen.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker, and here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting. And now he's back to the left side, and a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch. It was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards.
That's awesome.
Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, this is Michael Rosenbaum.
Hey guys, Tom Welling. Look, we both played heroes.
And we both played villains. But in the real life, there are no reshoots, no stuntmen, or sequels.
We all make mistakes. We're all human.
Making one bad decision can not only land you in jail, but can also put yourself and other people around you in serious risk.
Be smart, make a plan, catch a ride, stay put.
Your decision to drink and drive could permanently change someone else's world, whether you injure them or leave their loved ones grieving.
This Labor Day weekend, be your own hero.
Drive sober or get pulled over.
Paid for by NHTSA.
Save 20% on Benjamin Moore Regal Select Interior Paint from August 27th through September 8th. Visit your locally owned Benjamin Moore store. Terms and conditions apply.
Cubs Giants in San Francisco. Time now to hear from manager Craig Counsell, sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. Counsell sends Shota Imanaga to the mound today.
Whenever we give Shota the ball, we're excited to give Shota the ball and excited to have him go out and compete for us. So he's going to have a good day.
Just in year 2 for him, the way he adjusts, we know that's always been a big strength of his, but how he continues to find success as he tries to stay ahead of hitters. What do you notice on that front with him?
Yeah, that's really happens like kind of in the game. That's the cat and mouse game of like the pitcher and the hitter that happens always in game. So, some of that, that's the catcher and the pitcher just have to handle that really during the game. Some of it, we can make observations, in a mound visit or in between innings, but that's largely pitcher and catcher kind of figuring that out. I think the stuff you do outside the game is the delivery work and the velocity work and things like that, which Shota's always seeking something a little bit better, and whether that just be a little bit cleaner delivery, a little bit more velocity, preserving your velocity over the course of the season. And I think Shota's very engaged in that process and works very hard at it.
What have you seen in Seiya's at bats? Really in the last week or so? I know the last couple days.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing. It's like, I mean, I think Seiya's doing a really good job of getting on base. He's getting his singles. Like, the power is not been.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd bowl in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
won a Cy Young, 73, 5, and 6, I've got an extra 5. And then it says, has worked as a TV commentator. You know, and I did start back in 1978. I did the Yankees and the Red Sox playing the one-game playoff. And ABC said if the Yankees win, Reggie will play, and then you'll go broadcast with Howard Cosell and Keith Jackson. And that's how I started my broadcast. And that's the Bucky Dent home run. So every time I see Bucky Dent, I go, thank you for making me a broadcaster.
It's a five-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes. So Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's Pronto.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Sports.com.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. It's the latest genius invention from Skechers, the comfort technology company. With Find My Skechers, there's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. You just pull up the insole and pop in the AirTag. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel it or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Imagine that, just one look at the phone and you can see where your kids' shoes are. No more wondering or worrying. It's as easy as that. Plus, they're machine washable and durable, so they're long-lasting. And Find My Skechers are available for boys and girls. Look, we all know Skechers is famous for comfort. And now they're giving us comfort of mind when it comes to our kids. Get Find My Skechers, Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTag sold separately.
Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Cubs in San Francisco. Who are you banking on? Is sponsored by Busey Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. Ian Happ had a day off yesterday. He's 4 for 11 in his career against Logan Webb with a home run, so I'm banking on Happ today. The pitching matchup is sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Shota Imanaga going for the Cubs. 8-6 with a 3.03 ERA. He's coming off a quality start against Milwaukee last week, allowing just 2 earned runs on 3 hits in 7 innings of work. Right-hander Logan Webb starting for San Francisco, 12-9, a 3.13 ERA. He beat Milwaukee last weekend on the road, giving up just 1 earned run in 6 innings. Let's go around baseball, sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. After 4 at American Family Field, the Diamondbacks lead the Brewers 6-4. Alec Thomas with a 2-run single. Bottom 5, Pirates and Cardinals are tied at 1. Here in San Francisco, it's time for baseball. Cubs, Giants.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection at the Hall of Fame could tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap.
Food-friendly wines. Whether it's a classic Chicago dog or Italian beef sandwich, Joel Gott is the perfect pairing for any ballpark staple. Whether you're watching at Wrigley or at home, look for Joel Gott wines in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Joel Gott Wines, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and discover which Toyota is right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota, let's go places.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run.
And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Open this up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not?
Right? He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's all
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
Very talented right-hander by the name of Logan Webb for San Francisco. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for today's game, sponsored by Verizon, the most reliable 5G in Chicago. Leading off for the Cubs today at first base is Michael Busch. Kyle Tucker, the designated hitter. Batting third in left field, Ian Happ. Pete Crow Armstrong in center. Nico Horner batting fifth and playing second base. Owen Casey in the lineup in right field. Dansby Swanson batting seventh and playing shortstop. Reese McGuire catching, and batting ninth at third base, Matt Shaw. Those are the Cubs. Here are the Giants. Elliot Ramos leading off in left field. Rafael Devers at first base. Batting third and playing shortstop, Willie Adames. Matt Chapman at third. Casey Schmidt is batting fifth and playing second base. Wilmer Flores is the DH. Jung Hoo Lee in center. Luis Matos to bat eighth and play right field. And batting ninth and doing the catching, Patrick Bailey. So there you have the lineups. The Giants are on the field. We'll be back to get this ball game underway right after this. You are listening to The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Dansby Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Save 20% on Benjamin Moore Regal Select Interior Paint from August 27th through September 8th. Visit your locally owned Benjamin Moore store. Terms and conditions apply.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yuengling. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yuengling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite bar or store. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. And Patrick, as you just said, Cubs need a win. They've been shut out here in San Francisco and need to get back on track to winning ways and then head to Colorado tonight.
Last night, the Cubs cost themselves a chance to pick up some ground in the division race. Milwaukee lost, but so did the Cubs, so they stayed 6.5 games behind. We are ready to go on this beautiful day in the Bay Area. Michael Busch will lead it off against Logan Webb, and the first pitch is taken high for a ball, and away we go. 67 degrees at game time. Game time temp. Brought to you by Four Seasons. The pitch to Busch is inside. Four Seasons, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Your trusted local experts. Four Seasons. Busch nothing for 3 in the series. He'll take one low and inside. If I sound a bit surprised, Ron, you just don't see many 3-0 counts when Logan Webb is on the mound.
No, not at all. I mean, it's very rare. So he's having a little issue finding his release point of his two-seam fastball right now.
He fires a fastball top of the zone strike.
And that wasn't a strike either. David Rackley kind of little gift there. That ball's 2 baseballs high.
Let's see if Busch can get on now. The 3-1 pitch on the way by Logan Webb. Swung on and popped up shallow left down the line. Racing in Ramos, the left fielder, makes the catch after a long run. And that's out number 1. So it looked like Busch had drawn a walk, but he was still up there after Rackley called that a strike. And that's 1 down. Kyle Tucker, the batter, hitting .263.
Yeah, when you look at the MO of Webb, very seldom does he get to a 3-ball count. So you're gonna, if his normal game continues, you're gonna be swinging the bat early in the at bat.
Tucker takes a strike. Kyle 2 for 7 in this series. Again, the game time temperature 67, sponsored by Four Seasons. Here's a swing and a base hit down the left field line, just fair. Bouncing off the sidewall. Tucker going for 2. He's got a stand-up double. Very infrequently, Tucker goes the other way, but this time he did run to a nice effect.
Yeah, very much so. And this is, you got to think of who you're facing and what is he going to throw me. And as a left-handed hitter, you know that two-seam fastball is going to be a big pitch and it's going to be running down and away from you. And Tuck was ready for that pitch away and just shot it the other way and just kept it fair.
A man in scoring position, 1 away, first inning. The batter, Ian Happ, hitting 3rd in the order today, takes a strike. But again, Four Seasons, they sponsor the game time temperature. Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons. Webb comes back. Happ takes a strike, top of the zone. Ian didn't like that call. Beautiful Oracle Park right on the water. We look out beyond the right and right center field fence. The San Francisco Bay glistening in the sun. Happ swings and fouls it back. Webb went right after him on 0-2.
Yeah, he made a mistake there. They wanted to get this ball inside, and it ended up right in the middle of the plate. I think for guys that throw the majority of sinkers, I think in the first inning it's always a struggle for them to find their release point.
Happ takes low, Ron.
And we've seen that for a lot of quality pitchers through the years. That's nothing unusual. But for the offensive guys, that means you got to be on the attack early in the game. When he makes a mistake, you got to make him pay, because as the game progresses, the mistakes become fewer and fewer.
Happ takes just high. And the count now 2-2. No score, just underway. Cubs in their traveling grays, gray shirts and trousers, red numbers on their backs, blue hats, helmets, sleeves, and socks. Happ takes high again. And the count now 3-2. Bright sunshine, beautiful late summer day here in the Bay Area. The wind at this point is not a factor. And the 3-2. Happ pulls it foul on the ground pass first. It's rare to have the wind perfectly calm in this park, Ron.
Isn't that the truth? This whole area. But as you're talking about the setting, for baseball fans, I just don't know if, you can find a better setting for a ballpark than here on the Bay in San Francisco. For a new ballpark, they absolutely nailed it when they put this ballpark together.
Bouncer toward the middle. That's going to be a base hit, and the Cubs are going to get on the scoreboard. Rounding third and coming in to score, Kyle Tucker. RBI single, Ian Happ. He hit it right past the mound, and it was directly in between the shortstop Adames and the second baseman Schmidt. Cubs lead 1-0.
Up the middle years ago used to be what they taught you as, try to drive the ball back through the middle. That's where the base hits were. Well, since the shifting of the defenses in the infield, it's now the pull side of the pitcher up the middle. That's the slot to hit the ground ball base hit. It's exactly where Ian hit that ball.
Pete Crow Armstrong takes a strike. For Ian Happ, RBI number 57. Cubs RBIs brought to you by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Bouncing ball, base hit, right field, past a diving Devers. Around second, hustling to third is Happ, standing up. Base hit for Pete Crow Armstrong. Runners at first and third. And another seeing eye ground ball, Ron.
Yeah, that's the issue for Webb. Webb is a guy who's going to get a lot of strikeouts, but he gives up a lot of hits. And, as sinker ballers, he's a pitch-to-contact guy. He wants you to put the ball in play. But the Cubs have done a good job of finding some holes in the infield. 3 hits, 3 ground balls, and the Cubs are up 1-0 and still have men at first and third.
Remember, Shota Imanaga will do the pitching for the Cubs today. They've already given him 1 run to work with. Let's see if they can increase that number as Nico Horner bats. Nico clobbered a long 3-run homer in last night's game. One of the longest homers I've ever seen him hit. And he hits a ground ball toward short, fielded by Adama, steps on second, throws to first. Double play. Cubs get a run on 3 hits, leave 1. After a half, Cubs 1, Giants coming up on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you. Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Boy, that's when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance. But it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked and that hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way, couldn't.
Took the wrong direction. He just didn't know which way to go.
Work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Elliot Ramos will lead it off for the Giants, bottom of the first against Shota Imanaga. Giants wearing their cream-colored shirts and trousers, kind of that off-white. Black numbers on their backs, black and orange. Those are the predominant Giants colors, always have been. Ramos having a big series, 5 for 7. Shota, the left-hander, fires high for a ball. Ron, as you think about Imanaga facing the Giants in this park today, what's on your mind?
Well, one, keeping the ball in the ballpark. We've talked about how big a park this is.
Fouled away by Ramos.
But it's much more of a home run hitting ballpark during the day than it is at night. So, you know, for Shota, he's a fly ball pitcher. If you can get the guys to hit the ball to the middle of the diamond, that's better. But command of his fastball, and that really helps out the split finger.
1-1 popped up foul, right side, chasing over near the stands is Bush. Does he have a play? Yes. Very nice catch by Michael after a long run. He caught it basket style with the palm facing up. He knew he was nearing that side wall in foul territory and really made the play very skillfully.
Well, we've seen how difficult it is even for the Giant defenders. Their first base, second base, right fielder combination did not catch a couple balls in that same spot yesterday, but Michael goes over there and makes a very nice catch. Good play by Bushy.
Rafael Devers put on a show last night, takes a strike here. 1-0 Cubs, bottom of the first. Devers had one of the best games of any individual ball player we've seen all year long. 2 home runs, 4 for 4, drove in 5. Scored 4 runs.
Yeah, that box score was healthy today, wasn't it?
4 at-bats, 4 runs, 4 hits, 5 ribbies.
Yeah.
Now the 1-1. Fastball just a little bit high.
When you have a lot of crooked numbers in your box score the next morning, that's always good if you're a hitter.
Oh, yeah. Especially when all of them are 4 or above.
Yeah, right.
Now the 2-1 from Shota Imanaga. Swing and a miss. Good splitter.
Yeah, excellent pitch by Shota. First inning. It's powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. And the speed gun today is powered by Xfinity. Get seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
Seriously powerful, you say?
incredibly powerful, booming.
Inside, and the count now 3-2 on Rafael Devers.
You can feel it over there, can't you?
Sort of. I'll say yes. Just for continuity, I'll say yes.
Yeah.
Don't want to stop you, Ron, when you're on a roll. The 3-2 pitch outside. He walked him. And Devers gets the base on balls. 10 seconds for station ID. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talk Cubs with us on Spiegel and Holmes, 2 to 6 afternoons on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Willie Adames, the batter. Adames nothing for 7 in this series. Right-handed batter drives one in the air, deep left field. This is going to leave the yard. 2-run homer for Willie Adames, and the Giants take a 2-1 lead.
This pitch up and out over the plate to Adames, and he puts the barrel on it. And as we said, the ballpark plays much different during the day and a sunny day than it does at night, and Adames hits a long home run to left.
His 23rd of the year. It's his first hit in the series. He had been 0 for 7. He's got 68 RBIs, and the Giants lead the Cubs 2-1 here in the first inning. Matt Chapman, the batter, and he'll take a strike. Uniform descriptions we gave you brought to you by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Here's a line drive caught by Shaw at third. Kind of a soft line drive. Shaw reached up, snagged it, and that's out number 2. And the batter now is Casey Schmidt.
Yeah, good split finger from Shota. Chapman hits this ball off the end of the bat, but a line drive right at Shaw.
Cubs leadoff batters brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. Whenever a Cubs leadoff hitter gets a base hit, Benny's donates. Here's a bouncer foul at home plate off the bat of Casey Schmidt. Yeah, whenever there's a base hit by a Cubs hitter in the first inning, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Schmidt hitting .240. Swings and misses, and the count now 0-2. Decent crowd here on this afternoon. 35,000 were here on Tuesday night, over 30 last evening. We're going to be in that 30, 32 range again today, it would appear. The 0-2. Pop fly shallow right, drifting in is Owen Casey, gloving it to end the inning. Each team gets on the board in the first. After 1, Giants 2, Cubs 1 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Rahimi and Harris, 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to Present You signing up with...
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Top 2, Giants 2, Cubs 1. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time. Pat?
Let's see if Owen Casey can get a hit this time, Zach, as we start the second inning. Casey fouls away the first pitch. Outfield straight away against the rookie outfielder. Defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Here's a swing and a foul off to the left. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Casey hitting .238. Limited experience in the big leagues. He's only been up for a few weeks. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Off-speed pitch got him, one away, and Dansby Swanson ready to step in.
Yeah, a little change-up, and Case out in front of that. And when you think about Webb, we were talking about, how he goes about things. You look at his numbers this season. 167 innings pitched going into today's ball game. 167 hits. So a hit an inning, but the strikeout number is a big one. 180 punch-outs in that 167 innings. And, Pat, this guy's got an outside chance of throwing 200 innings this season. And, we just don't see that any longer.
Breaking ball is outside to Dansby Swanson. Yeah, the trending is towards pitchers working 5 or 6 innings, maybe 7.
Right.
Swinging a high fly ball deep left field off the bat of Dansby Swanson. It's got a chance. Gone. Ball game tied 2-2. Swanson picked on a low pitch and golfed it way over the fence in left. And it's back to even, tied at 2.
Big swing by Dansby. He gets a little breaking ball in the middle of the plate. And it's down, probably knee high, and he hammers this ball. And, we talked about that going into this game, how much different this ballpark plays during the day and a sunny day than it does at night. And we're seeing it already. 2 long home runs to left.
Number 19 for Swanson, his 59th run batted in. And now the Cub batter is left-handed hitting Reese McGuire. He swings and misses. Another hefty home run. Official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty. Strength that's anything but ordinary. Yeah, you were right on the money, Ron, talking about day games, the ball carrying better, more home runs are likely. Here comes the 1-1. High fly ball, deep right field. Going back, Matos with room. Near the track, makes the catch. 2 down.
When the Cubs hitters are getting the ball elevated against Webb, that's good. That's a good sign. He's usually a guy that's going to get some ground balls at that 2-seam fastball, sinker, slider type pitch. RBIs by the Cubs hitters. They're sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old.
Shaw steps in. Matt 1 for 7 in this series. Shaw's bunt. 2 down, nobody on. He saw the third baseman Chapman way deep. Chapman stays back almost as if to say, if you want to bunt, go ahead. Here's a bouncer to third, foul. And they count 0-2. Where would you be playing as a third baseman? 2 outs right now.
Way back.
Mm-hmm.
All the way deep. 2 outs, nobody on. If he's going to bunt, they still need another hit, to get you in scoring position. Yep.
Fly ball to left. This ball is going to be caught by Ramos back near the track. But the Cubs get even as the inning comes to an end. A home run by Dansby Swanson ties the game at the end of 1.5 innings. Cubs 2, Giants 2.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citco today. Savings scoot up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
FinishingChicago.com for the industry's best drywall finishing, wall covering, glass systems, signage, and painting contractors. Rely on FinishingChicago.com.
Join the Cubs September 5th through the 7th as they celebrate the Cubs Hall of Fame class of 2025. Friday is Sammy Sosa Day, Saturday, Derek Lee Day, and on Sunday, both will have their Wrigley Field plaques unveiled and receive their Hall of Fame jackets on the field. Be here for it. Tickets are still available at Cubs.com/tickets. Pat?
Looking forward to that, Zach. Thank you. We'll be talking more about it as that date approaches. Wilmer Flores, the batter for the Giants. Flores had a homer on Tuesday night. He bounces one to third, glove by Shaw, moving to his left, throws to first to get him. Flores is out number 1. Game tied at 2, inning number 2, and the batter Jung-Hoo Lee.
Now this is one of those ball games where both of these guys are on the attack, the pitchers that is. They're on the attack. They throw a lot of strikes. They're not afraid, that's for sure. And, hopefully Shota will have good command of that fastball. This game's going to clip along, though, with these two guys on the bump.
First pitch high and inside to the left-handed batting Jung-Hoo Lee. Can we just call him Jung, or do you have to go Jung-Hoo has done whatever in this series, Ron? It's probably a question I might have asked off the air, but no big deal, right?
Yeah, not at all. After all these years, we're an open book here in Cubs Radio. We've established that a long time ago.
I'm just going to call him Jung.
Jung? Okay, yeah. You're a Hall of Famer. You can do what you want.
A little more casual. Jung-Hoo's extra effort.
Yeah.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Jung-Hoo Lee. Left-handed batter against Shota Imanaga. Here's the pitch, served into shallow left, ranging in. Happ makes the catch. That off-speed pitch actually fooled the batter. He did not take a great swing.
Yeah, he really just kind of a half swing. He started to swing and stopped, but the ball hit him right in the barrel of the bat. And this ball carries out to left field for the second out of the inning. All reviews in this game, Managers' Challenges and Instant Replays, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Zach will give us updates on that game going on in Milwaukee. Cubs 6.5 back in the division. Cubs have a 4-game cushion as far as the wild card situation stands. So they're in good shape there, but they do need a win. Cubs are heading to Colorado after the game. 3 games against the Rockies in Denver starting tomorrow night.
And Milwaukee started a couple hours before us, I believe, right? See?
Yeah, they're underway.
Yeah.
Matos, the right-handed batter, will swing and miss.
Diamondbacks with a 6-4 lead over the Brewers after 6 innings of play.
Milwaukee, some sobering news for them. Their closer, Trevor McGill, placed on the injured list 15 days with a right flexor strain in the right arm. Here comes the 2-1, pop fly. This is going to be playable near home plate for McGuire. He backpedals into fair territory and squeezes it to end the inning. We'll talk about McGill in a moment. 3 up, 3 down, on to inning number 3. Cubs 2, Giants 2 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd bowl in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
It is a 1933 Gaudi Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's graded higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a pack or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
And what do we got?
It's one of those parabolic mics. This is one of the sillier delays that I've seen. Gino Hackett off his heels, a little high. It's airmailed into right field.
Heath at third, backpedaling, and he can't make the catch. That was awkward.
Trying a little trickeration. Nobody fell for it. It's worth a shot. Why not?
Oh, that's funny.
Wait till they mass market them, like the Grimace.
Yeah.
Celebrate 70 years of safety. Visit your local retailer for the Summer Safely bonus event going on now.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Michael Busch is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Huh?
Michael Busch leads off the Cub third inning in a tie game and takes inside from Logan Webb. Busch flied to left to begin the ball game. Cubs have had good swings against Webb so far. Here's the pitch off the outside edge. Kyle Tucker had a double in the first. Ian Happ had a run-scoring single. Pete Crow Armstrong had a base hit. Dansby Swanson had a long homer in the second inning. So they're seeing the ball. And as Ron has already told us, this guy will throw strikes. He's not going to try to nibble a lot. Now the 2-1. Swung on, line towards center, and coming in and making the catch is Lee. Another hard hit ball.
Yeah, this ball is scorched by Michael Busch to straightaway center. I mean, you can't hit this ball any harder than he just hit it. Issue is he hit it right to Jung-Hoo Lee, right at him.
Time to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. We're going to make our guesses. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Kyle Tucker swings and hits a ground ball to the right side. Base hit past a diving Schmidt. Tucker doubled down the left field line as he rolled one just inside the bag to the opposite side in the first, and now he pulls a ground ball past a diving second baseman Schmidt, who may have gotten a glove on it, but only barely. And the batter is Ian Happ.
Well, you know, the one thing that we've seen, everybody played Tuck way around to the pull side in the infield, and because he shot a ball the other way, they played him more straight up, and that opened that hole on the right side to get that ball through.
Happ drove in a run, his 57th RBI with a first inning single. I'll start the attendance guesses today. I'm going to say 3-3-4-3-3. Now the 1-0 to Ian. On the inside corner, a delayed call by David Rackley. Chad Whitson, the first base umpire. Edwin Moscoso at second. The crew chief, Chris Guccione, over at third. Pitch to Happ, rolled foul. Umpires have the short sleeve black shirts on this pleasant day in the Bay Area. Gray trousers, black hats, black shoes. They used to be known as the men in blue, and now they wear all black, so you can't really call them the men in blue anymore.
Right.
Now the 1-2, taken outside for a ball. In fact, if you were umpiring and you made a call that they disagreed with, they would just yell out, "Hey, blue!"
Yeah. Yep.
Right? I'm sure you did that a few times.
I did, yes.
A little bit high, blue.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Thanks for pointing that out. Here's a pitch down low for a ball. Appreciate your input.
Yeah. When you got the pro ball, that's where things kind of changed, because then you were taught early, right away, in minor league baseball, you were taught you wanted to use the guy's first name. It was on the name basis, not, you know.
Makes sense.
Yep.
More personable.
Well, you can get more personal. There's no doubt about that. Uh-huh.
Now, would the umpires return the favor and say, well, Ron, I thought it was a strike, doggone it?
Yeah, they would definitely
Right.
use your name. Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Designated hitters in this game for the Cubs are sponsored by Fireplace Chimney Authority.
The runner goes, the pitch to Happ. Is strike 3 called, throw to second, double play. Happ didn't like the call by Rackley. He gets called out on strikes, and Tucker gets doubled up on the throw to the shortstop Adames. So strike him out, throw him out, double play.
Counsell just got kicked out of the game for arguing balls and strikes with Rackley.
And the inning has come to an end. Cubs don't score. They get a hit and leave none. Middle of inning number 3. Cubs 2, Giants 2 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen for great Cubs guests all season long on The Score, official radio home of the Cubs.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Hey, it's a Lourdes Gurriel dog.
That's a nice touch.
Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newtbar fan.
What a present for Mom.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah. And then just shot putting it. Not blocking, there's nobody on base. There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together.
That's beautiful,
isn't it?
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam against Seattle, which was the team that I had played for the year before. As we know, Cleveland can get a little cold, so we'll wear the dark blue long sleeves. And for some reason, this jersey, I always liked my jersey a little longer. The reasons for it, for a little padding, so when I would slide, I wouldn't get all patched up and roughed up.
IBJI.com for locations.
Bottom 3 here in San Francisco. Cubs 2, Giants 2, 69 degrees and sunny at Oracle Park. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today.
Patrick Bailey pops it up over near the Cubs first base dugout. Playable for Bush, and that's out number 1. Bailey fouls out. Elliot Ramos, the batter. What else, Zach?
So Craig Counsell has been ejected for the 3rd time this season and the 6th time as Cubs manager. Ryan Flaherty, the bench coach, now running the team in the dugout.
1 away, bottom of the 3rd. Game tied at 2. And the batter, Elliot Ramos. Ramos takes low and in for a ball.
And we're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. And that was building in the Cubs dugout. You got to remember they've lost 2 games in a row.
Fouled away by Ramos.
The very first hitter of the ball game, Michael Bush, got to a 3-0 count, and the 3-0 pitch was very high. It wasn't that close, actually. And Rackley called it a strike. Bushy on the next pitch flies out. The next hitter, Tucker, gets a pitch called on him well off the plate away. And Tuck with one of the best eyes in the league. Now that you start getting a trend of pitches going against you, and Count's not real happy, and the team not playing all that well here in the first 2 games, you can understand why he was barking at Radcliffe.
Ramos pokes it foul off to the right out of play. Ramos fouled out in his first at-bat today.
I will make my guess in the attendance game. How about 31,000 even?
Shota Imanaga does that little slight bend at the knees before going into his motion and delivers high for a ball. He looks like he's in the set position. Like right now, he's got the ball at the waist. And he's looking over at first. It's like he bows to the first base bag. Here comes the 2-2. Little pop fly, right center, playable for Casey. Routine catch for out number 2. Tie game, third inning. The batter, Rafael Devers.
Going back to what you were just talking about with Shota, he does something that I like pitchers to do if they're on your team. I never liked it if I was hitting. So he would come like you're talking about, like he looks like he's in a set position, but he's holding the ball down past his leg, but you never see it. And then he just brings his arm up and puts the ball in the glove. It never really changes position. So your timing element of, okay, is he still looking for signs? They don't look for signs anymore because they get it with the pitch-com device, but is he got the ball in the glove? Is it still down his leg? Like the side of his leg? It's a little different.
So your timing could be thrown off.
It could. You got to keep, to me, he's one of those pitchers that with that thing that he does with the ball down his leg and then goes into the glove and then the pause with his front leg coming up and holding, he does some unique things.
Here's the 1-1 off the inside corner to the left-handed batting Rafael Devers. Devers with a base on balls. And he was along for the ride on Willie Adames' long homer in the first. Game tied at 2. We're in the bottom of the third. Here's a pop-up foul and out of play.
Well, he got away with that one. That was a breaking ball in inner half, about belt high. Devers is a guy that definitely hits off-speed pitching. He is. Teams are attacking him with fastballs. You make a mistake with a breaking ball, he's going to hurt you, and he did against the Cubs yesterday. Both home runs, off-speed pitches.
Swinging a foul back. Shota kind of got away with that one. That was right down the middle.
That would be enough breaking pitches for Devers for the entire day. I would throw him another one.
Do you want one elevated or maybe off the outside edge?
I would not throw him anything more that spins. I would throw him a fastball inside up.
Now the 2-2. Lifted foul off to the left. Chasing it is Shaw. No play for Matt.
Yeah, see, he's tardy on the fastball, and that was in the middle of the plate. But boy, that breaking ball. He hit that slider yesterday a mile to straightaway center. And then same thing, breaking ball, and he hit an opposite field home run.
Devers has not been retired in the last 2 games. Here comes the 2-2. Line towards center, base hit. Past the diving Horner, a soft one-hop line drive between the second baseman and the bag. And it's a 2-out single. Devers is on, and the batter, Willie Adames.
Another off-speed pitch, just a splitter down in the zone, and Devers just muscles this ball right back through the middle for a base hit.
All reviews in this game sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Adames takes low and in. Willie, without a hit in the first 2 nights, clobbered the first pitch he saw today to the left field seats for a 2-run home run. It's out of a bit of a crouch. Leans way back as the pitch comes in. Fly ball, shallow left center. Backpedaling Swanson. Coming in Happ. Happ makes the call and the catch to end the inning. No runs on a hit, a man left. On to inning number 4. Cubs 2, Giants 2 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Diamondbacks leading the Brewers 6-4, top of the 8th inning in Milwaukee. Alec Thomas, who played his high school ball at Mount Carmel, with a 2-run single for Arizona.
Pete Crow-Armstrong drives one down the left field line toward the corner, and that ball is going to be foul. In the left field corner. It's 339 to the wall there, and it was just foul. What else, Zach?
Other action around the majors, the Cardinals leading the Pirates 4-1, top of the 8th inning now in St. Louis. Jordan Walker with a 2-run home run, number 5 on the year for him. One other game in progress, top 9 in Houston. Astros lead the Rockies 4-3.
Swing and a miss by Pete. He got fooled on a pitch, 1-2.
And one final on the board, Red Sox edge the Orioles 3-2.
Thanks to Zach Zaidman. He'll be along in the 5th inning to work an inning with Ron Coomer. Cubs will head to Colorado and play the Rockies the next 3 games. We've got some pitching matchups for you. Cade Horton against German Marquez tomorrow night at 7:40 Central Time. Saturday is a 7:10 Central. Javier Assad against McCade Brown. Cubs have not yet named their Sunday afternoon starter. Colorado has Tanner Gordon will work. Swing and a miss on a low inside breaking ball. And Crow-Armstrong is out number 1.
It's a breaking ball. Everything going one way, going away from Pete, and then all of a sudden Webb spins that breaking ball inside and goes the other direction. Pete thought it was going to go away, and it came in. Almost hit him in the back knee.
Cubs 2, Giants 2. Base hit to right by Nico Horner. Solid line drive between the first and second baseman. Would Webb be a candidate, Ron, a pitcher against whom you might try to steal a bag?
I would think yes, but we have to look at how he does to the plate. I did not get a good read on him the first inning or so on how quick he is to the plate. We'll look now. Well, that was slow.
Owen Casey swings and misses.
He kicks his leg up. He does it fairly quick, but he still has a high leg kick. So if Nico can get a good jump, you can steal a bag. The other thing is, you know the hitter's going to be putting the ball in play, probably on the ground.
Casey takes down low, 1-1.
4th inning is sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card. Member FDIC EHL lender. See if he goes on this pitch here.
Nico leading, not running. Casey swings and misses out in front of an off-speed pitch.
That was the one I thought. I thought he would go with an off-speed. He went with the change.
Cubs have 5 hits in the game against Webb. Actually 6. Here comes the 1-2 as Webb looks at the runner Horner at first. In fact, tosses over there, sending Nico diving back to the bag. Lots of sunshine, beautiful day. Temperature in the high 60s. Humidity is not a factor. Throw to first, and they've got Horner picked off. He's in a rundown, and now Nico will be tagged out near second, and that's out number 2. So Nico had too big of a lead.
Well, he does that, where they think they've got the pitcher timed, and they start hopping off to get kind of a running lead. Well, Webb's a veteran pitcher, and he just held the ball on him. Nico started hopping off, and then he throws to first base. Nico was on his way to second already.
Casey takes strike 3 called, and the inning comes to an end. Cubs don't score. We go to the bottom of inning number 4. Cubs 2, Giants 2 on the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Kyle.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Bottled by Fifth Generation Inc. Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
We're gearing up for another season, and you can too at Suits 2020 in Niles. More than just suits, casual wear, sportswear, and more. Suits 2020, the latest fashions at the lowest prices.
League leaders are sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Aaron Judge leads the majors in batting average, hitting .323. Cal Raleigh, the home run leader, with 50. Former Cub Kyle Schwarber, the RBI king, with 110.
Matt Chapman first up, hits a sky-high pop fly. Right side of the infield, Nico Horner makes the catch. Chapman pops out to the second baseman. One down, the batter Casey Schmidt. What else you got, Zach?
Well, first, the first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. On the pitching side, guys, Paul Skeens, the ERA leader, 2.07. And Milwaukee's Freddie Peralta leads in wins with 15.
This ball game is tied at 2. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Casey Schmidt, the batter. He flied to right his first time. He takes a changeup down low from Shota Imanaga, who is seeking his 9th win of the year against 6 losses. He does that little bow and the knee bend. Now he comes set and fires. There's a strike on the inside corner. David Rackley has a very liberal strike zone today. He's the home plate umpire.
Yeah, not been good so far. That's for sure.
Here comes the 1-1. Fouled away off to the right. This is the final meeting of the year between the two teams. There would be a remote possibility of them playing in the postseason, but that's very slim. And the Giants have won 4 of the 5. Fastball is high. In fact, they've won the last 4 played between the Cubs and Giants. Cubs trying to get out of here with a win today. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. There's the splitter. And that's out number 2.
That splitter Shota has thrown today. That one backed up big time. A great pitch. Get the punch out. Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on the Score. 670 the Score and the Odyssey app.
Strikeouts by Cub pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Wilmer Flores, the batter, drives it to left center. Might be trouble. Happ on the run. Dives. Makes a sensational catch. Ian Happ angling out to left center. Dove, landed on the track and speared that ball. Beautiful catch by Ian Happ. And the inning comes to an end. We go to inning number 5. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. Ball game knotted at 2 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Start your mornings with Cubs Talk. Mully and Haw morning.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd bowl in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
The newfangled idea of the time was night games, and teams thought that the shiny material of satin would reflect the stadium lights better. But satin comes with all kinds of issues. Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show-stopping jersey.
Bumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today.
Swanson leads off the top half of the 5th inning and looks at a breaking ball off the outside. 1-0 the count. 2-2 game here in San Francisco, the finale of this 3-game set. Webb deals, and the pitch is a called strike. Clipped the outside edge, another breaking ball. 1-1 the count on Swanson, who homered his first time up to tie the game up here at 2. The pitch. Swanson grounds one to short. Fielded between the legs by Adames. Sidearm throw to first in time. Swanson's retired, 1 away.
Pretty good breaking ball there. Webb to get the little routine ground ball. And then what happened here?
Dansby is not leaving first base.
Oh, they're going to chant. Maybe.
Swanson wanted the Cubs bench to challenge, but Ryan Flaherty, the acting manager, refusing to challenge, so now Swanson has to leave the field to play. I guess Dansby thought the first baseman Devers took his foot off the bag?
No, the ball went through Devers' glove. So it went through the webbing of Devers' glove, and then he caught it after it went through the glove, hit him in the chest, and then he grabbed it and secured it in his throwing hand. And I wouldn't be still out there at first base with that glove. I would have made a move to, hey, boys, send me one out here. I need a new glove.
Reese McGuire fouls one away off to the left, 0-1. So all Devers did after that play, he's just tried to tighten the laces on the webbing of the glove.
Yeah,
You would have wanted a new piece of equipment.
Yeah, bring me another glove.
Check swing by McGuire on appeal. That's a strike, says the third base umpire, Chris Cuccione, 0-2.
That's why Devers didn't like playing first base. I don't know.
Someone sabotaged his glove.
Yeah.
Now, if that's the case, I don't blame him
for
not wanting to play
I've not
first.
seen that in a while, but it's actually a pretty good play by Devers. He corralled it in time to get the out.
So 1 away here in the 5th, 2-2 game. Here's the 0-2 to McGuire. He pulls one down the right field line, but it hooks way foul out of play.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Seen a little bit of
everything. I looked down, and then I looked up, and Dansby was still standing at first. I'm like,
why?
I had already put 6-4 in my book. I'm like, that's not making any sense. This is the big leagues. This is,
Webb deals. McGuire swings and misses. Strike 3 as Webb gets him with a rising fastball, 2 away.
5th strikeout for Webb. He got off to kind of a slow start that first inning. Cubs with 3 hits, scored a run, and then Dansby homered in the second. But as we were talking out right the first inning, you got to get these guys early, and then all of a sudden they start figuring out, the release point and all their pitches and start carving up strike zone. They can sure make it tough.
Matt Shaw looks at a breaking ball for a strike. Coombe 0-1 the count. 2 down, top 5, 2-2 game, Cubs and Giants. Here's the pitch. Shaw swings, and it's a high fly ball, shallow left. Coming in, Ramos, he's under it and makes the catch off to his left for out number 3. Cubs go down in order in the top half of the 5th. Middle 5, 2-2 game, Cubs and Giants. On the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicago.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
Oktoberfest is coming to the Wrigley Field campus September 19th through the 21st. Enjoy beer tents, rides, live music, authentic food, and family fun all weekend long. Tickets are on sale now at Cubs.com/Oktoberfest as Jung-Hoo Lee looks at a breaking ball for a strike from Shota Imanaga to begin the last of the fifth here in San Francisco. Cubs 2, Giants 2. Imanaga works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. High leg kick and pitch, and Lee loops one into shallow right. It drops in for a base hit. Just the third hit of the ball game this afternoon for the Giants.
That pitch was thrown soft, and it was hit soft, but hit in the right spot for Lee. It was a little split finger or breaking ball. Not quite sure which one, but hits it right off the end of the bat. Now that would be 15 love in tennis, because that was a good top spin lob.
Well, the U.S. Open's going on, right? So,
yeah.
Well done, Coom. Luis Matos at the plate. Right-handed batter against the left-hander Imanaga with a man at first. Here's the pitch. Right at the top of the zone. Fastball for a strike, 0-1. May have been a little bit higher than the top of the zone, but as you guys have mentioned a few times today, liberal strike zone by David Rackley.
At least it's both ways bad.
Or that. Here's the 0-1. That one is in the dirt as Matos has to skip out of the way, 1-1.
That's when players get really hot, when you don't see it going both ways. If he's calling it high and you're missing pitches high, but it's staying consistent, okay, then you just got to deal with it. But when it gets lopsided one way, that's when players really get upset, managers get upset, might get thrown out of a game.
Matos hits a sky-high pop fly, right center, Casey under it, and he makes the catch. One away, the first out, brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. So let me ask you this. If you know, and we're now in the fifth inning, so it's been established what the strike zone is with Rackley, does it change how you approach your at-bat because you know certain pitches are going to be called strikes that normally would not be?
It can, yes. It gets difficult, though, on certain spots in the strike zone. It's tough because visually you just give up on certain pitches and you know they're not a strike, and then they get called and you're like, I can't hit that pitch. That high pitch, they already call the strike zone very high now. It's borderline too high to me now. And then when you start giving pitches, in particular breaking ball, high, where it's not even getting close to the zone, you can't swing at that pitch, so you can't cover it.
Patrick Bailey at the plate, and he looks at a strike. That one at the top of the zone on the inside edge. 0-1. Bailey, the number 9 hitter in the San Francisco order. 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. 2-2 game. Imanaga deals up high. 1-1.
I would say the strike zone over the last 20 years has extended up 6 to 8 inches, way up. It's noticeably high. The strike zone, 20 years and before that was a much lower strike zone.
Bailey lines one into right center field. It drops in front of Casey, who falls on his backside, loses the ball. Pete Crow Armstrong picks it up behind him, fires it into the infield. Lee now at third after the single by Bailey, and the Giants threatening. Men at the corners with just one away, and Elliot Ramos due up. Casey had an adventure out there in right center.
Well, this ball's hitting the gap. Casey goes and gets it, and then gets his spikes caught in the grass or on a sprinkler head, something, and falls backwards. It's just lucky for the Cubs. He catches the ball as he's falling back, then flips the ball behind him to Pete Crow Armstrong, and then Pete throws the ball in. But because of that, Lee goes first to third on that ball. 1 out, first and third.
Elliot Ramos at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Right-handed batter. Imanaga delivers. Low for ball 1.
You were saying in between innings, the fifth inning in this series has been a little different. There you go. Yeah. It's continuing. I think it's following you.
I mean, yesterday we had a guy get hit in the coconut just standing on first.
Not
and
even
it led
looking
to a
at
run.
the ball. Yeah, not even looking at the ball. Looking at home plate, and the ball came from right field.
The 1-0, Ramos pops it foul out of play off to the right. 1-1.
What did they put in your coffee? It must be foul.
They don't teach you this stuff in broadcasting school.
Not even close. A guy getting hit in the helmet from the right fielder at first base. No, that goes the unaware situation. Just don't know.
Ramos pulls one foul out of play off to the left. 1-2.
I thought about that last night. I was thinking on it because I saw it on one of the highlights last night when I got back to the room, and I'm like, if you're Chapman and you're standing there and you're looking at home plate like, okay, what's happening? And then you get whacked in the back of the helmet, you're like, but you're looking at the first baseman Turner, he's standing right in front of you. You're like, well, who hit me? I'm serious. I'm like, did the umpire come and just whack me up? I mean, you just don't know. You're like, you have no idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ramos looks at a ball up high, 2-2 the count. Men at the corners, one away. Here in the bottom of the fifth inning, tie game. Here's the pitch. Ramos grounds one to third, fielded by Shaw to second for one. Horner to first. There you go. Double play. Threat over. Double plays turned by the Cubs defense, sponsored by Nissan. Experience the thrill at NissanUSA.com. After 5, Cubs 2, Giants 2 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd bowl in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
This is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements. Wow! And I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
I would imagine not. As he slid behind Neto, took out his legs, but Neto held onto the ball.
Check out what our cameras caught. That's right. Smacking himself in the face when he really likes to pump himself up and make himself angry.
Oh, he used the hand. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, take a bow. All right, absolutely.
Trash bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Michael Busch is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
Beautiful day in the Bay Area. Good ball game. Tied at 2 as we go to inning number 6. Michael Busch will lead it off against Logan Webb. Here's the first offering, and it's in there for a strike. This is kind of the way we thought it might go today, Ron. Close, low scoring, well pitched.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Busch will take a strike, and they count 0-2. Cubs got their runs in the first 2 innings. Happ a run-scoring single, and Dansby Swanson a solo home run. Willie Adames belted a 2-run homer in the Giants' first. Now the pitch to Busch. Fisted foul out of play.
Busch, he didn't like that second call. He's been victimized. If you're hitting and an umpire gives way too much high, let's say, like he did to Busch in his first at bat, and then you call one low, as a hitter, you can't cover both of those. You just can't do it.
This ball is downstairs. Logan Webb at 66 pitches for the day.
Yeah, both these guys been on the attack. They
bouncer foul toward third.
Great rhythm of the game, you know what I mean? They just get it, they throw a lot of strikes. See what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yingling. Next generation of light beer. 2-2 ball game. Michael Busch has hit one ball right on a button. See if he can do it again.
The 1-2 again. He's jamming him, and Michael keeps fouling off pitches off the hands. Pass along a station ID as soon as Busch completes his plate appearance. Tucker to follow, and then Ian Happ. Tie game, 6th inning, the pitch. Dribbled foul.
Meat of the order coming up this inning. It's presented by Chef IQ Sense. Never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com.
Both starters really know what they're doing. As Busch takes on Logan Webb and Shota Imanaga, this is a treat to watch guys pitch this well.
Yeah, it really is. These guys, they do it very differently, but they really know their craft.
2-2, dribbled foul. There are some Cub fans here. They're ready to make some noise. Cubs trying to salvage the series finale after losing 5-2 in the opener and then 12-3 last night. Check swing. Did he go? No swing. Good check by Michael Busch. Tough pitch to lay off of.
Yeah, Webb finally went with the changeup, and Bushy checks his swing borderline. That could have went either way.
Here's a high fly ball into deep left center. Back goes Lee, back near the fence. At the fence, that ball is gone. Michael Busch with a home run to left center over the 399 sign. And the Cubs have just taken a 3-2 lead. In a night game, that ball never leaves the yard, Ron, but in the daytime, it's sailed on out of here.
I don't think in the middle of the evening in yesterday's ball game that ball makes it to the track.
Agreed.
But today, during the day, that ball ends up sailing over the 399 mark, as you said, and into the seats. Great at bat for Michael Busch and the Cubs.
It's their second lead of the day. They had a short-lived 1-0 lead in the top of the first, and now it's 3-2 Cubs here in the 6th inning. Number 25 for Busch, his 75th run batted in, and another hefty home run. Kyle Tucker checking on a low pitch. That's going to cost him a strike, 1-1. Getting back to Hefty, they are the official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, strength that's anything but ordinary. That was a towering fly ball that Busch hit. Tucker swings and misses 1-2. And I'm looking at the flags, Ron, just a little gentle breeze. But, of course, when you hit it that high, it gives the breeze more time to do its thing. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Tucker is out, number 1. Cubs lead 3-2, 6th inning. The batter, Ian Happ.
Yeah, Bushy hits this ball mile in the air. That was the only thing I was worried about, is how high it was. Did he get enough of it to hit it out of the ballpark? But it ended up, I don't know, 2 or 3 rows back, right over the 399 mark.
Getting close to a station ID, maybe after this next pitch to Ian Happ. These guys work so quickly, you don't want to miss any pitches. Here comes the 1-0. High in the strike zone. Nope, can't do it now. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The pitch was up, but it was a strike. It was right at the top of the zone.
Happ singled to drive in a run and struck out. He pokes it foul. 10 for ID. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams on the Spiegel and Holmes Show. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, an Odyssey sports station.
Cubs lead by a run. Happ takes upstairs. Webb still throwing hard. He's at 81 pitches for the day. Pete Crow Armstrong on deck. Here's a bouncing ball to first, fair, gloved in foul territory by Devers, and the throw to the bag just in time. Webb a little late getting over, covering, and a hustling Happ is out by an eyelash, 2 down.
Devers catches this ball in foul territory, but it does go right over the bag, and I thought Ian was going to beat Webb to the bag there for a little while, but then Webb kind of kicked it into gear and got there just in time. Now they're going to have a little meeting on the mound. Bailey's going to go out there, good meeting by a veteran catcher to give his pitcher a little chance to kind of catch his breath a little bit before you get going. Bailey's staying out there, making the home plate umpire go all the way out there to get him. That's a good move by the catcher. You see, you turn your back to him, then, you just act like you don't hear him.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You learned a lot of tricks along the way, didn't you?
Yeah, you learn how to, kind of maneuver around the ball field to do what you need to do to help your pitcher, or if you're hitting. Yeah, there's a lot of little things.
Pete Crow Armstrong batting, swings and misses at the first offering by Logan Webb. Webb, a 12-game winner this year. Very quick worker, comes back 0-1. Bouncing ball to second, routine for Schmidt, and the inning comes to an end. But Michael Busch hits a go-ahead home run as we go to the last of the sixth inning. Cubs 3, Giants 2 on the Score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk, middays 10 to 2 with Rahimi and Harris on the Score.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what D-Rose. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
It's 2020 in Niles. From men's suits and formal wear to sports and casual wear, 2020. We're more than just amazing suits.
The late, great Ryan Sandberg is in the baseball history notes today. This Day in Baseball History brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Bottom of inning number 6, Shota Imanaga and the Cubs have a slim 3-2 lead. Rafael Devers taking the first pitch high for ball 1. And the next delivery, a swing and a miss. A letter high fastball, 1-1. Ryan Sandberg on this date in 1990 had a home run, becoming the first second baseman ever to hit 30 homers in consecutive seasons. As the Cubs beat the Astros 5-2. 35 years ago today. Just one of the many reasons why Ryan Sandberg is in the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. 1-2 on Devers. Shota Imanaga has pitched another good game today. His delivery swung on and missed. Strike 3 down near the dirt. But the umpire Rackley ruled that the catcher McGuire got the glove down so that the ball never did hit the dirt. And that's a good play by the catcher McGuire.
Devers he's just not seeing the split finger at all from Shota. He keeps looking out at him like, what are you doing to the baseball?
Willie Adames, the batter, takes a strike. What are you doing to the baseball?
Sometimes you just go, that's not right. It did, yeah.
The next offering, changeup swung on and missed.
First out in the innings brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Adames hit a first pitch fastball for a long home run in the first inning. I don't know that he's seen many fastballs in the zone for the rest of the day.
No.
And now the 0-2 from Shota. There's a fastball hit high in the air, deep left center, back toward the wall, and that ball is going to be gone for a home run. And this ball game is back to even, tied at 3. A valiant leaping effort by Pete Crow Armstrong up against that left center field fence, almost in the exact same area where Michael Busch's homer landed in the top of the inning. I had to wait. I thought Pete got the glove up above the top of the barrier and thought he might have made a sensational grab, but not quite.
Well, his timing of his jump was perfect, getting to the wall and getting up over the wall, but he's unable to come down with the baseball, and it is a home run. Tie game.
So each team with a homer in the inning. Busch for the Cubs, Adames for the Giants. Adames has driven in all 3 runs with 2 homers against Shota. And Matt Chapman will take a strike in the count, 0-2. And again, a high fastball is the one that burns Imanaga.
Yeah, that one. And that pitch was well up out of the zone, too. To hit that ball, you have to be looking for that high fastball. For you to hit that one that high.
Fouled away. Why do you say that?
Because you can't cover a pitch that's, chest high. When you're talking about the ball just being under your shoulders, as a hitter in the big leagues, you're just not going to be able to cover that pitch and cover everything else in the strike zone if you're not looking for that ball up. So to me, that's a tell for the Giant hitters that they're, certain hitters are looking for that high fastball. And it makes sense because Shota's going to throw you the high fastball, split finger down. High fastball, split finger down to the right-handed hitter.
The 1-2 now to Matt Chapman. And he'll swing and miss, strike 3.
And there you go. High fastball, split finger. It was an excellent one, and he gets the punch out.
2 down in the inning.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. It's brought to you by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
Ball game tied at 3. Casey Schmidt steps in. And Casey will take a strike. Schmidt has flied to right and struck out. Bright sunshine in the Bay Area. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Shota Imanaga. Popped up. Shallow center. Horner out. Crow Armstrong in. Pete calling, and the center fielder makes the catch to end the inning. So it's back to a tie game as we go to inning number 7. Cubs 3, Giants 3 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Matthew Boyd. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Your cruise in the city with an NPC.
You're celebrated for your effortless talent on the field, Gemini, but you know how hard you had to work to be the player that you are today. You put plenty of pressure on yourself to be the best pitcher in the game when you were growing up, and your ambition clearly paid off. But bringing some of your signature levity to your own practice will help you grow in new ways on the diamond.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. And just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with a baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
P90, designed for life. Pat?
That's a good point, Zach, as we go to inning number 7. Cubs have Nico Horner to lead it off, then Owen Casey and Dansby Swanson. This is one of the better pitchers' duels we've seen all year long. Not that they've been perfect, but they both know what they're doing. Home runs have been a big part of the game, each team with a pair. Swanson and Bush have homered for the Cubs. Adames has hit both for the Giants. Nico Horner takes inside. Nico right now just wants to get on base.
And Nico 1 for 2 in the ball game with a single to right.
Webb's pitch bounced to the hole. Going to be a tough play for Adames. Long throw to first and in time. Unbelievable play by Adames. I thought there was no way they would get Nico Horner at first. And the Cubs will not challenge that call. What a play.
Yeah, I actually thought Nico's foot got in there before the catch. Nico did not, though, and he just ran off the field. Incredible play by Adames. It's kind of the old Derek Jeter throw where you go to the hole, catch it, jump up and throw, and he threw a strong throw across the diamond.
Casey hits a dribbler back to the mound. That's going to be out number 2. Casey 0 for 3 against Logan Webb. Yeah, we haven't seen that play. You probably saw it a lot. You mentioned your teammate Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
Did he do that all the time?
All the time on that backhand play, yep.
Takes a lot of athleticism to make that play.
Yep, and it's got to be predetermined. You're going to catch, plant the right foot, and then jump up and get your momentum going back towards first with the twist of your body. It's not an easy play to be accurate with the throw, but Adames did it there, and Derek was probably the best I've ever seen at that play.
Dansby Swanson taking a strike, 1-1.
Hardest working player of the game brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Got to be showed him in Aga today. He's been battling. Very good job by him and Webb both, as you just talked about.
A ball and 2 strikes on Dansby Swanson. And the pitch by Webb. Fastball high. Swanson homered to left. His 19th of the year, and then he grounded out. Let's see if he gets something to hit on 2-2. Swings and misses. Strike 3 to end the inning. Breaking ball got him. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Cubs 3, Giants 3 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. And just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
That all reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Pat?
Shota to face the 6, 7, and 8 Giant hitters in this bottom of the 7th inning. Wilmer Flores will take ball 1. Flores always has had some power. You got to be careful. His feet spread wide apart. Right-handed batter. He's got 14 homers for the year. Shota coming back, and Flores taking all the way for whatever reason. Takes a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, he has always done very well against left-handed pitching.
Jung-Hoo Lee on deck. The next offering. Flores fouls it back.
I think for Flores, he was taking that pitch, and I think guys that have extreme confidence, let's say right-handed hitters against left-handed pitching, sometimes if they don't feel like they've had the at-bats that they should have early in the game, they'll just take a pitch or two and really try to zone in on seeing the ball because you know you can get to the pitches.
The 1-2 is outside, and they count 2-2.
We're coming to you live all season long in the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
32,000 plus are here today. 32,187. Flores swings and misses. Strike 3. A curveball gets him.
Boy, excellent pitch by Shota once again. He's got that split and breaking ball, but that one really backing up on Flores. He was way out in front.
4th strikeout of the day. First out in the inning. First out brought to you by Xfinity, where the Wi-Fi is booming. Jung-Hoo Lee will take a fastball away. Activity will commence in the Giants bullpen. Jose Buto warming up. Here comes the 1-0. Up and in, backing away is Jung-Hoo Lee. Hope I'm getting that name right. I think it's Jose. Spells his last name B-U-T-T-O. Very unusual spelling of a name. Here's the next offering. Inside for a ball. And the count 3-0.
Tough plays in the game. Today they were sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. Cubs with a very nice 5-4-3 double play earlier in the game to get Shota out of a tough inning.
Lee taking all the way, a strike. Cubs 3, Giants 3, bottom of the 7th inning with 1 away and nobody on. Lefty to lefty, Shota deals. Lifted toward left center, playable for Happ or Crow Armstrong. Happ makes the catch. 2 down.
A good pitch by Shota, and he gets out of that at bat through a couple pitches up and in. And then nice pitch to get the little routine fly ball.
We're going to bring in Zach and see if there is a final to report from Milwaukee against the Diamondbacks and Brewers.
There is a final to report. Arizona, a 6-4 winner over Milwaukee today.
Luis Matos swings and misses.
So this would be a big win for the Cubs today to gain a full game.
Cubs began the day 6.5 out of first. This ball game is tied. Here's the pitch, popped up foul and back out of play. Matos has fouled out to the catcher and flied to right. 32,000 plus here. Beautiful day. Right off of the San Francisco Bay. And time is called. Not a cloud in the sky. Well, I see a couple of small ones way out above the mountains in the distance, but a gentle breeze, temperature 68.
Yeah, gorgeous day here. Double plays turned by the Cubs defense, sponsored by Nissan. Experience the thrill at NissanUSA.com.
Luis Matos waits for the 0-2, fouls it away. Cubs trying to get back to 20 games above 500. The Giants are closing in on the 500 mark, which means that they are still in the wild card race.
Yeah.
They're 3 below right now. Here's the 0-2. Check swing on an inside pitch, fouled away. Giants 65 and 68. But recent history has told us if you're a 500 team going into September, you still have a mathematical shot. Now the 0-2 from the former Japanese star Imanaga. It's outside.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitcher sitter brought to you by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Showed, I think he said they had 4, right? Is that right?
That's what I've got.
Yep, that's what I got. Yep.
The next pitch, strike 3 call. 1-2-3 inning for Shota. One of his best innings of the day. It's on to the 8th. A nail biter. Cubs 3, Giants 3 on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Three to three, top of the 8th inning here on a gorgeous day in the Bay Area here in San Francisco. And this 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today, Patrick.
Ron, let's see how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Sponsored by Benny's Beverage Depot. It looks like you were the winner, Ron Coomer. Ron will be making his acceptance speech later. Quite a bit later, actually.
Yeah, very much later. But my question was, what was Zach's guess?
Let's see here. We have a first. I think you knew the answer before the question.
I might have. I was wondering because I'm looking down at my book and I got a goose egg for Zach's guess.
Reese McGuire swings and misses, 0-2. Jose Buto is the new Giants pitcher, so Logan Webb is gone. The 0-2 to McGuire, swung on and missed. Out number 1. First of all, Ron was the winner. 32,187, the actual figure. It says Zach forgot to play. Oh, he forgot to pay the entrance fee.
There we go.
Now, I was oblivious to the fact that there even was an entrance fee. Ron, have you been collecting from young Zach all these years?
I wish I could say yes, because that would be money well spent for me. I would enjoy spending that. You know, it's like when you win a bet on somebody and you spend their money. You know, that money spends really well. That would be money well spent for me.
Sounds like a major side hustle to me. 2 balls and no strikes on Matt Shaw.
I got enough big hustles. I don't sweat the small ones.
I've known people like that. And they always had cash.
Yeah.
Line to the gap in left center. That's a base hit bouncing off the wall. Shaw is going to have a 1-out double here in inning number 8. So there's the go-ahead run, and that might turn out to be the winning run. We shall see.
Big swing in the bat for Matty Shaw. He gets this pitch up and out over the plate and hammers this ball to left center. One hops the wall in left, so stand-up double for Shaw. Now the Cubs really need another big swing. Yeah, Michael Busch hot today with a big home run in the 6th.
Buto, we saw him earlier in the series. The right-hander glancing back at the runner Shaw, and the pitch to Busch fouled away. I would think several Cub hitters, Ron, are relieved and, in fact, happy that Logan Webb has departed this game.
Yeah, they're about sick of seeing that sinker. I can promise you that.
Busch trying to drive in the go-ahead run here in the 8th inning. Pitch to Michael. Line drive. Leaping catch at second and a double play. Schmidt made a leaping catch and then fired the ball to Adames, doubling up Matt Shaw. And a line drive turns into a double play, and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs 3, Giants 3 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs. Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam against Seattle, which was the team that I had played for the year before. As we know, Cleveland can get a little cold, so we'll wear the dark blue long sleeves. And for some reason, this jersey, I always liked my jersey a little longer. The reasons for it, for a little padding, so when I would slide, I wouldn't get all patched up and roughed up.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. The Diamondbacks a 6-4 winner over the Brewers.
Brad Keller now pitching. First pitch popped up foul and caught by Shaw at third. Patrick Bailey is out number 1 after 1 pitch. Game tied at 3. Back to the top of the order for Elliot Ramos.
And Pat, the first out, brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. Other finals, the Cardinals, a 4-1 winner over the Pirates. Jordan Walker with a 2-run home run. Astros edged the Rockies 4-3. Christian Walker hit 2 home runs for Houston. And the Red Sox beat the Orioles 3-2.
Keller to Ramos outside. Pitching changes by the Cubs. Sponsored by James Hardy Building Products. Siding with the Cubs, James Hardy. The next offering is down low. Cubs 3, Giants 3. Giants trying to sweep. Cubs trying to get out of here with 1 win. There is a strike.
Catch of the game today is sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Discover the weekend getaway in Des Moines where only the S's are silent. Find all the fun at CatchDesMoines.com.
Ball 3 to Ramos, 3-1. Quality start by Shota Imanaga. Sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Start your next project with quality paints from Benjamin Moore, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Swing and a miss by Ramos. 3-2.
This guy's a big, strong guy. He was looking to hit one a long way. He took a big rip and came up empty on a good heater by Keller.
1 down, tie game, bottom of the 8th inning. And the 3-2. Fisted foul. Well pitched game by Shota Imanaga. Another quality start by him. Brought to you by Benjamin Moore. Start your next project with quality paints from Benjamin Moore. Swinging a foul off to the right and out of play.
I think the comment you made, probably about the 5th inning or so, 6th inning, maybe the best pitched game we've seen from 2 starting pitchers. An excellent job by both of them. Ramos gets plunked with a fastball in the left shoulder, so he will take his base.
You just appreciate guys on the mound, professional, all-star caliber pitchers who know what they're doing, and to watch 2 in 1 game, it's a treat.
Keller, he loses this fastball way up and in. Ramos, hard time getting out of the way at all, just kind of ducking his face out of the way, and it hit him up high in the left shoulder. Now here's where you really, Keller's got a great fastball, and Devers a very good breaking ball hitter. You got to stay away from the breaking ball against Devers and really just stay with hard stuff against Devers and see if you can just throw some fastballs up just past him.
Ramos has 6 stolen bases. He's been caught 4 times. Rafael Devers takes low and inside ball 1. Devers today against Imanaga walked, singled, and struck out. Tie game, 8th inning. Devers takes a strike.
A good fastball right at the top of the zone. Excellent pitch by Keller.
Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Here comes the 1-1 from Brad Keller. And Devers will take strike 2 called on the outside edge.
You're not going to do anything with that last pitch. That's 98 miles an hour down and away, outside corner. Might have got an inch or 2 off the edge of the plate. That's perfect pitcher's pitch.
Now the set, now the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Keller got him with a breaking ball. And Devers is out number 2.
Just great location by Keller in this at bat. Fastball at the top of the zone, fastball down and away, and then a little backdoor cutter catches the outside corner or just off the plate, and Devers swings through it.
Here is Willie Adames taking down low. Adames has accounted for all 3 runs with a pair of homers. A 2-run blast in the first, a solo in the 6th, both against Shota Imanaga. Throw to first, diving back in Ramos. Three runs, 8 hits for the Cubs. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Giants. Neither team with an error. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Another indication, Ron, of good pitching, the left on base. Cubs have left one man on base all day. The Giants have left only two.
Yeah, they just haven't been base runner.
Right.
A couple double plays have wiped out innings for both teams.
2 down, a runner at first. Tie game, 8th inning. And the 1-1. In there for a call, strike 2. What's on your mind here?
I always like the fastball. That last pitch is an inside breaking ball to Adames, not in the strike zone, and Keller got the call. I would stay away from the fastball up and out over the plate, I'll tell you that. That's the fastball that he's hit almost in the same spot twice for home runs.
Now the 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul back. Keller throwing a lot of strikes. 2 outs in the inning. Keller, huge, hard-throwing right-hander, ready. Guarding the line at third is Shaw. The pitch. Fly ball, right field, toward foul territory. Chasing it is Bush. Is there going to be a play? Yes! What a catch by Michael Bush. He ran 110 feet and caught that ball over his shoulder going away. Magnificent play by Bush.
Well, you can't do it any better than that. I don't care what area you're in. He went a long way and an over-the-shoulder Willie Mays style catch. Great play by Michael Bush.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
I think style, it's a very complicated thing.
Custom cleats came when I earned the rights to wear custom cleats.
So I think without going out and being loud and saying this is who I am or whatever, you can just kind of wear a certain shoe or a glove or a batting glove or whatever, and it kind of shows who you are.
Hey Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. It's shaping up to be an historic season. To start making history with your business in Bedford Park, visit villageofbedfordpark.com.
Cubs 3, Giants 3. Kyle Tucker leads off the 9th inning against Joey Lucchesi. Long-legged, hard-throwing left-hander, first pitch strike. With a double and a single earlier in the game, both against Logan Webb. Lefty to lefty. Tucker swings and fouls it. And the count 0-2.
Well, we talked about the catch of the game. We didn't have a catch yet. We do now. Michael Bush with the great catch down the line to end that 8th inning. What a play.
And now the 0-2 on the way. Low and outside. It's a play you see outfielders make, but an infielder to make that particular play, very impressive.
Yeah, it really was. That's... You were right, too. He had to go over 100 feet to catch that ball.
And now the 1-2. It's high to Tucker. Tucker's a good base runner, so it would be a real plus for the Cubs if he can get on anyway to begin this tie game here in the 9th inning. Lucchesi kicks and fires. Inside, now it's 3-2.
Casey's been erratic here, pitching a tuck. He got a gift strike at the top of the zone to start the at-bat. Other than that, he's been very erratic. See if Tuck either gets something in the middle of the plate he can hammer, or if he ends up walking him.
The payoff and commercial restroom solutions. Visit Sloan.com. The payoff pitch on the way. Down low, and he walked him. Lucchese wanted it. So did the catcher, Bailey. It's ball 4 to Tucker. Let's see if that leads to a run-scoring inning for the Cubs.
Well, pitch down and away. Cubs caught a break there. They did not get a break on the first pitch. That pitch hits the strike zone.
Walks to Cubs batters, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Remember, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. Ian Happ, batting right-handed for the first time today, takes a strike. Nobody out, tie game, 9th inning. Tucker being held by Devers at first. Boy, look at the size of the hole on the right side of the diamond. 80 feet of space between Devers and the second baseman, Schmidt. The 0-1 from Lucchese. Swinging a foul back by Happ.
Yeah, a routine ground ball to the right side goes through, and it would easily allow Tuck to go first to third. Right fielder Matos playing very deep and right.
Happ batting right-handed, 1 for 3 in the game. And the 0-2 pitch, strike 3 called. Ian Happ is out on strikes. Called out on strikes for the second time today. Kind of a delayed call by David Rackley, home plate umpire.
Yep, that pitch hits the inside corner. Ian didn't like it.
Pete Crow Armstrong, 1 for 3. And he will swing and hit a drive into right center field. That is going to be a sliding catch by Jung-Hoo Lee, and that's out number 2. The Giants have really made some excellent defensive plays, really run in the entire series.
Yeah, they have. They've played very good baseball, and this has not been their forte. The defense has let them down a little bit here in the second half of the season. Not in this series, as Lee makes a very nice sliding catch in right center field.
Bob Melvin is going to make a pitching change. We will take a timeout. Pitching changes by the opposition, brought to you by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit Sloan.com. Tie game, 9th inning, 2 down, a runner at first. Come back on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Crafted with our signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, football fans, it's Brian Baldinger here with It's Your Journey, presented by Hyundai. While the league gets the rosters in order this week, we look forward to the first match of the season in Philadelphia. The reigning Super Bowl champs will host a hungry Dallas team that hopes to secure their star pass rusher before the season officially starts. Will Philadelphia or Dallas start their trophy hunt with a division win? It's Your Journey is brought to you by Hyundai. The Hyundai Getaway sales event is going on now. Get deals so right, it almost feels wrong. Don't miss out. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your Chicago Cubs gear and today's special offer. Pat?
The sidewinder, right-hander Ryan Walker, in from the Giants bullpen, inheriting a runner at first. That's Tucker. 2 down, and Nico Horner at the plate. A 3-3 tie here in center. A 3-3 tie here in San Francisco as Nico takes outside.
Now you got to see if Tuck tries to steal second base with Walker on the bump. Nico at the plate. Stolen Base is powered by Arturo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Arturo.com. Walker's definitely slow to the plate.
Fastball missing, 2-0. Think he might be going now?
I would think you would try. I just think Walker's got a very deliberate delivery to home plate.
Fastball strike.
Now 2-1's kind of the count to run on. I would think you'd want to get going.
Tucker an average-sized lead at first, not running. Fly ball to center. It's playable for Lee, and the Cubs do not score in the top of the ninth inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a man left. Cubs now are hoping for an extra inning battle. Tied at 3 here in San Francisco on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Hey, Coom here. Labor Day in the Midwest means one thing. One last trip to the lake house before summer officially calls it a season. The grill is hot, coolers are packed, and if you're like me, you're bringing some Yuengling along for the ride. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, or flight, Yuengling has a beer for every taste. Great beer, great company, and a little lake time. That's a winning combo in my book. Yuengling, official beer of the Cubs radio network, DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Hi, I'm Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. And this is our biggest sale ever. Buy a new air conditioner or furnace and get 72 months interest-free financing and up to a $4,000 system rebate. Plus, Four Seasons guarantees to beat any competitor's price by up to $1,000, guaranteed. Call today for your free in-home estimate and same-day installation.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Only on a network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rates. Additional terms and conditions apply.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
All right, Zach. Daniel Palencia is in. The ball game is tied at 3. So Daniel, right now, just trying to get the Cubs into the 10th inning. Matt Chapman will lead it off. First pitch in there for a strike. Palencia has been the closer, but some teams use their closer as a guy who just is trying to put a 0 on the board in a spot like this. Next offering misses 1-1.
Yeah, I'd say almost every team does this. Bottom of the 9th tie ball game, you bring your closer in to just try to throw a goose egg up in the 9th.
Fastball taken high for a ball. 2-1 on Chapman. Chapman without a hit today, lined out, popped out, struck out, all of those against Imanaga. Now the 2-1, fouled away. This big crowd got very quiet there all of a sudden. 32,000 plus are here. Right around 100,000 have taken in the 3 games. Maybe 97,000 plus. 2-2, Palencia to Chapman. Right-hander to right-hander. Broken back ground ball to the left side. Charging, gloving, Shaw throws to first in time. Shaw cut in front of Swanson. Much easier play for him, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, very nice play by Matty as he Does just what you said. He goes hard to his left, and then this infield grass here is very good, but it's a little on the slower side. And especially compared to Anaheim when we were just at. Then Matty comes in then a couple steps and makes a nice play.
Casey Schmidt, the batter. Schmidt swings and misses. Palencia has done very good work out of that Cub bullpen. He's really blossomed this year. Here comes the 0-1. Looper, shallow center, coming in Pete Crow-Armstrong. That's a base hit. It's a one-out single here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Tie game. Schmidt is on. Flores coming up.
A slow fastball inside. Schmidt just kind of muscles this ball out there. Didn't hit all that hard. Might have broke his bat, but just muscled that one back through the infield.
Flores nothing for 3 today. Schmidt not running, and the pitch popped up foul out of play.
Flores with 14 bombs on the year. He's hit 1 in this series, but he's a dangerous hitter. He will definitely look to cheat on a certain pitch to try to do some damage.
Bush holding the runner at first. Now the 0-1 from Palencia. Flores takes just outside. Overall, Palencia has done excellent work this year. 46 games, a 1.89 ERA. 20 out of 22 saving games. Liner to left center, a base hit. Over to pick it up, Crow-Armstrong. Stopping at second is the runner Schmidt. And now the Giants have 2 men on with 1 away in the bottom of the ninth inning of this tie game as they are threatening to sweep the series.
This is a breaking ball from Palencia, and it's away. And it's off the plate, but Flores just goes out. I told you this. He's a dangerous hitter. He just goes out and hooks this ball into the gap in left center. Pinch runner for San Francisco now. Koss is in the game, pinch running at second.
Jung-Hoo Lee at the plate. And the pitch on the way. It's taken high for a ball. Christian Koss, K-O-S-S, leading at second base. Palencia trying to work out of it now. The 1-0 pitch, swinging a bouncer foul. Infielders looking for something they can turn to end the inning.
Yeah, that's not the easiest guy to double up. He runs very well.
Jung-Hoo Lee 1 for 3 today. Tie game, bottom of the ninth. 2 men on, 1 away. And the 1-1. Swinging a base hit to right. Koss is going to try to score. The throw from right field, not in time. And the Giants have beaten the Cubs by a score of 4-3. Three consecutive singles in the bottom of the ninth inning. And San Francisco has swept this 3-game series. Jung-Hoo Lee, a game-winning base hit to right. Koss scored with a head-first slide at the plate. There was no real play. And the Cubs began the road trip by sweeping the Los Angeles Angels. And now they get swept here in San Francisco. The final, 4-3 Giants. Back to wrap things up in a minute on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest